lesson that I learned yesterday about my own life, and then I'm also going to open it up to Q&A as well. But we're going to give it here a second or two for to have people pop on here, and then we'll get things rolling. What's up, Germ? What's up, Tierra? What's up, Tim? What's up, Victor? What's up, Serge? Ooh, I gotta mute that. So I had a song, right? I'm gonna play the song for you. I want to get y'all's thoughts. So listen, it's like 30 seconds. So just entertain me. Let me know y'all thoughts on this song. You're about to unlock a world full of possibilities. Hopefully y'all can hear it. Let me know if y'all can hear it. I got the keys, come and get it. Come and get it. I'm here to teach you what the schools never did. If you ready to do it big, then let's go. Get free houses, we put no money down. Now I'm really paid from real estate. I'ma show you how to get free houses. If I can do it, then so can you. Keep on listening and I'ma show you how to get free houses. Simple guide to creating life-changing wealth without using your own money. Get free houses. It's gonna unlock a world full of possibilities. I got the keys, come get it. This is Get Free Houses audiobook. Yo, I thought that was fire. Obviously, it's about like the book that I wrote, so I might be a little bit biased. But hey, let me know. Let me know what y'all's thoughts are, though. I'm curious. I'm gonna start jamming that when I'm driving down the street. Like, get free houses. What's that? What's going on? Got to get Russ on the hook. People will go nuts. Facts. That'd be fire. But nah. So what I want to chop it up about. So yesterday, what in the world? The fan stopped. Yesterday, for the first time, and a whole bunch of fire emojis coming through. That's love. That's dope. I went door knocking for the first time, maybe ever, in a long time. And I pulled up to the house, and I sat in my car for like a solid 2 to 3 minutes, and like I had the fear of going in because I was scared about like what they were going to say about me, right? And what I realized is like literally that is the only thing that separates the people that have success from the people that don't have success. I eventually walked into there and knocked on the door and got door slammed in my face, but then I did it a few more times after that. But too many people let that fear be the thing that stops them from getting every single thing that they want in life. That one fear of, knocking on the door or picking up the phone call or being fearful of what somebody thinks about you. Like why would you not pick up the phone? Because you're scared about what somebody else is going to say or what somebody else is going to think about you. That is the only reason that's even a problem. Because if you didn't care about what other people thought, it wouldn't matter. You'd go talk to anybody about anything and talk about however you want to talk about because you don't care about their opinion. But the fact of the matter that you're worried about, being that you're fearful is because you care what other people think. And it really hit me the other day when I went door knocking for the first time in a long time. And I was like, man, like this is real. This is emotional. I don't want to do this. I don't want to go in there. But again, everybody in life comes to that moment in life when they like don't want to do this thing. It makes them extremely uncomfortable, and 99% of people see that and then turn around and walk away. The vast majority of people see that and get so scared, so fearful, second guessing themselves, doubting themselves, talking all this negativity in their heads. They turn around, they don't even fucking do it. The difference is the people that have success blow right past that barrier every single time that happens. Because I know when I see like that moment when I'm fearful, when I have doubt, when I don't want to talk to somebody, I'm like, all right, this is it. This is that time. So like do something that's like different. Like wear a different type of t-shirt like this. My t-shirt, YouTube Austin Rutherford. A lot of people don't walk around representing themselves because they're fearful. Like, well, what do you do, Austin? Like, why are you wearing a YouTube shirt? Oh, well, I don't know. I'm just wearing a YouTube shirt. There's a saying that I saw today. It says, if you don't shine your own light, who is going to see? So anything that you're doing in life, if you want to be in a good relationship, you want a significant other, you want to have success, you have a product, you have a service, you have something that you want to put out there to the world to make money, to build a happy life, whatever it is for you, the only way anybody in the world is ever going to see that is when you put yourself out there. is when you go out and you shine your own light as bright as you fucking can. Wear a neon pink shirt that said, you know, with your Instagram logo on it. Whatever you need to do to stand out, like that's shine your own light. Quit worrying about what other people think about you. Quit worrying about what other people say about you. Because I promise you, that'll never, ever get you to where you want to go. It'll never happen. Point blank, period. Never is going to happen. So, F fear, blow through that stuff. And yeah, that's my 2 cents. So, what questions y'all got? What y'all want to talk about? Business, finance, real estate, entrepreneurship. Let's get rolling here tonight. Appreciate y'all taking the time to pop on here on a Saturday night. What questions we got? Lost everything. Fight your demons. Facts. Everybody in life fearful of something. Everybody in life got fears of something. You got to fight that. You got to get through that stuff. How to go to a house and door knock. You literally just door knock. Go up, bang, bang, bang. Hey, I was just reaching out to see if you had any interest in selling this property. Super uncomfortable. You might get cussed out. You might get yelled at. You might get a deal though. You might make $20,000. So it's just something you got to do. Door knock to people, cold call people, stand in the middle of the street with an I buy houses sign, whatever you got to do to get people's attention. It is what it is. Do you put each property in an LLC or separate? Not each one, but yeah, I have multiple LLCs. You own property in Chicago? No, I do not. What would you do if you got 20 bands? I would invest into my education of whatever it is that I wanted to do. And then I'll take the remaining money and then invest it into the business of whatever it is that I want to do. The only way that you're really going to scale and you're really going to grow and get to the next level is to learn something that pays you well. That is the only way, period, hands down. There's no other way you're going to get to where you want to go. So for you to be able to do that, you got to learn a skill. You got to learn how to sell something. You got to learn how to market something. You got to learn a certain product, a certain service that people need, and they're willing to pay you for that. That's the only way that you're going to scale past where you're at today. So if it's, work where you're at today, save some money, take some of that money, invest it into whatever it is that you want to do, learn that new skill. And then it's the trajectory, right? We've all seen these charts before. It's like really, really, really slow. And then it starts going and it just fucking takes off. Like that's how people get to success, right? I didn't make money on YouTube for almost 2 years. I had over 100 videos on YouTube before I ever made a single penny on it, right? I was making social media content, TikToks and Instagram posts when I had 100 followers. Like it's the same thing. It's like this, and then just stuff takes off. So you got to learn a skill. That's the only way you're going to grow. You have to learn a skill, whether that's raising money, whether that's finding amazing deals, whether that's putting great partners together, whether that's networking and knowing everybody out there so you can build teams. Whatever it is, you got to learn a skill out there. Is there payment options for your program? Damon, shoot me a DM. Rafa, what up? Excited for Jennifer. How did you find that deal? So yeah, we just bought a deal 4 days ago. Decent size rehab, 40 some thousand. I think it's like $45,000 on the rehab. But we bought it from a wholesaler. Tour dates, let's go. So tour dates are coming Monday. So for those that don't know, I'm going to 10 cities, July 6th to the 19th. I'm hitting 10 cities in 13 days. So it's back to back. I'm super excited for this. And I'm going to be teaching this, how to get free houses, how to build wealth using other people's money. So if you want to be there, make sure you stay tuned for Monday. I'll be in 10 different cities. I would love to meet you in person whenever I'm in that city. And I'm looking forward to it. I love this stuff. This is cool. Talking on social media and stuff, but I like to be face to face. I like to meet the actual people out there that I communicate with, DM with, comment with, that engages with my content. So I'm super excited. And if you do come to the book tour, we're giving free books to the first 100 people at each city. So we got free books for you at each city for the first 100 people. So make sure you get registered. Make sure you get there early. I'm excited. So hopefully I'll see you in your city here in a couple weeks. Go to Ghost. What up, Solly Saw? How to bring in an equity partner for someone to fund my first deal. You don't need to bring in an equity partner. You can, but you can just have a private money lender as well. So, I wouldn't necessarily give equity, just off rip, just cause. But if you have to, I would. But I would just try and raise money from a private money lender. If you haven't gone to my YouTube channel, Austin Rutherford on YouTube, there's all types of videos on there about private money lenders, how to talk to them, how to raise them. What? I just got a hat. Appreciate that. Thank you. um, how to again, you got to be interesting, right? That's the only way, talking and speaking about who you are, what you got going on, the opportunities that you have, how people can invest with you. The only way you're going to find somebody to invest with you is to tell them that you have an opportunity for them to invest with you. Nobody's going to walk up to you and be like, "Hey, John, do you need 500 grand?" Why would anybody do that? You need to go out there and you need to talk to people and build relationships with people that would allow somebody to be comfortable lending you money on your first deal. How do you address putting a property under your LLC? Some lenders won't let you purchase under your LLC. Yeah, a lot of lenders won't. You can quit claim it after, or you can work with a portfolio lender, and then they'll definitely let you do it. Austin, going to meet sellers. I mailed them. Any sales tips to close the deal? All right, this is a great question. So we're going to talk a little bit about sales and negotiating right now. So when you're on the phone or you're in person, there's a few things that you have to have before you make a solidified offer. One, you got to have all the decision makers involved in the conversation. Because like if you're buying a house from Mr. and Mrs. and you're only talking to one of them, and you do the whole negotiation, it goes all the way down to the wire. You guys come to an agreement on price, and you say, "Hey, I can pay $100,000 for this house. Are you ready to move forward?" And they say, "Great, I'm excited, but I need to talk to my wife. I'll talk to her tomorrow, and then I'll give you a call back." Guess what? He's going to talk to the wife tomorrow, and then the wife's going to be like, "Oh, you're crazy. We're not selling it for 100 grand. We're selling it for 200 grand. What's wrong with you? Blah, blah, blah." And then he's going to call you back like, "Hey, man, unfortunately, I can only sell for 200 grand. So that's the problem, because she can make up whatever story that she wants to make up, or whoever the missing person is, without you being there. You want to be there to be able to answer questions, to be able to solve problems, to be able to show your value, to be able to show that you can actually follow through with the closing, with the purchase. So anytime you're negotiating, you have to have all decision makers involved. So like if I'm going to meet somebody, I'm like, "All right, cool. Like, are there any other decision makers involved in this process?" "Oh, well, yeah, my wife, sister, son, brother, whatever." "Perfect. Can they be there as well?" "No, they can't be there tomorrow." "Okay. Are they going to be available for a phone call for us to sit down and talk afterwards?" "No, they're not going to be available for a phone call either." "Okay. When will they be available? And I'll make sure I come to make sure I come at that time." So you got to have all decision makers there. And then the second part to it, before making an offer, you got to ask them like, "Hey, if I do make an offer that makes sense for you here today, are you ready to move forward with this offer?" If they're like, "Well, no, we're just kind of shopping it around for the next 6 months or so, trying to see what we can get for it." Problem, because you're going to make an offer and they're like, "Okay, cool. I'll call you back in 3 months." You're never going to get a call back. So only make offers if people are ready and willing to make a decision here today. So those are two huge things with meeting with people that or on the phone, that you have to be prepared for. All decision makers are involved, and you get their commitment to be able to move forward here, right now, today. What do you think separates top wholesalers from the rest? Ooh, that's a good question. Better at marketing and better at sales. That's really what it is. Because if you can find amazing deals, like, you're set. That's what wholesaling is. Wholesaling is finding great deals. So if you can learn how to find great deals, hire the best cold callers, get the best data, get the data the fastest, right? Because if I buy a list today and you buy a list 3 weeks from now, I've already bought the deal before you even start marketing to them. So the speed of the data and the speed of the implementation is huge as well. Being able to being a better marketer and being a better salesperson. Where can I find all the right documents to wholesale a house? If you go to theaustinrutherford.com, you can find some more information on my website, and you can download the forms. My birthday is July 10th. I need a tour date for my own gift. LOL, treat to myself. What city are you in, Billy? Let me know what city you're in. Also, thoughts on Section 8, since it is guaranteed rent. I'm not opposed to Section 8. I have some Section 8 rentals and I have some traditional rentals. So I like them both, right? It's all cash flow at the end of the day. Let's partner on the quad I sent you. What's up, Robin? I still got to look at that tomorrow. Can you fix and flip commercial properties? Yeah, absolutely. 100%. What books do you recommend to read? Go ahead and grab you a copy of my book, Get Free Houses. If you click the link in my bio, you can grab a copy of it in the link in my bio. But basically teaches you how to find houses, how to fund houses using other people's money, and how to create wealth without using your own money in real estate. Congratulations on the book. Appreciate that. That's love. What are you budgeting on new construction per square foot? So I haven't built new construction for maybe 3 years now, maybe 4 years. Because it's super expensive. Literally like lumber doubled, drywall up like 50%. So the cost to build when I was building, and it also depends like what you build, right? Are you building a huge ranch? Are you building a 2-story? Are you building a basement or a foundation or a slab? All that stuff matters, because if you build a 2-story house, 2,000 square feet, it's 1,000 and 1,000. It's significantly less than building a ranch that's 2,000 square feet, because you have 2,000 square feet of foundation, you have 2,000 square feet of basement, you have 2,000 square feet of roofing, versus a 2-story house, you only have half of that. So it depends on the structure and how you build the property as well. But when I was building, we were building like 2,200 square foot houses, 2 stories with a full basement. And I think we were paying like $125 to $130 per square foot to build it. And that's like, landscaping, garage, house, utilities, et cetera, et cetera. So that's including everything. But again, that is significantly higher today than what it was back then. What's up, Tracy? Appreciate you being here. What's good, Brian? How do you make an offer when you door knock? You literally just talk to them and you give them an offer on the house. How do you think inflation is going to affect the housing market? It's already affected it. That's why houses are worth significantly more than what they were, 1, 2, 3 years ago. Significantly more, like 50 to 100% more than what they were worth, 1, 2, 3 years ago. So it's already having an effect. So like when there's inflation, you want to be in solid assets. As you can see, the stock market took a huge crash, massive crash. But the stock market's volatile, crypto volatile, real estate not so much, pretty non-volatile. It has its ups and downs. Don't get me twisted, but for real estate to crash, 90% in a month, like doesn't happen. For real estate to crash 20% is very rare. So like if you own assets that appreciate over time, it's a great position to be in. So I think one of the great ideas when inflation is through the roof is to be in solid assets like real estate. That's why I got a lot of my money. That's why I own a lot of my properties, and I'm keeping them. Like I'm not selling them. Like I want to keep going up with inflation, because if inflation keeps going, the housing values are going to keep going. Can you back out of a wholesale deal if you can't sell for whatever reason, if you have contingencies in place? So you got to have the proper contingencies, inspection contingencies, financing contingencies, buyer business partner approval contingencies, whatever contingencies it is that you need. If you have contingencies, then you can back out based on those contingencies, but you got to have contingencies. How does 10% inflation drive up real estate 30, 60, 100%? If you think inflation is only 10% right now, you're crazy. The feds are the government's saying it's 10% to not scare the crap out of people. If the government came out and said, hey, inflation's 80%, people would lose their mind. But look around the world, like houses are up, living's up, rent's up. We just got a 25% rent increase for a year from a year before. Food's up. I saw somebody post today, eggs used to be like $2, now they're $4.50. That's 120% inflation. So like if you think inflation is only 10%, you're crazy. Inflation is really like 20, 50, 80%. You can't just print, I don't even know how much money, trillions and trillions of dollars into the world and not know or see that goods are going to start to cost more. So yeah, that's how it goes up in value. What's the first thing you would do if you're new to real estate? Learn how to market to houses. Find off-market houses, you'll get paid 100%. By the way, if this is valuable, if you could smash that like button for me, please hit the like button. I would greatly appreciate that. Helps my channel out, helps me get out to more people. So if you could smash that like button for me, greatly appreciated. And also, if you could share this to a couple of your friends to get them on the live, I would greatly appreciate that as well. Thanks, brother. Any recommendations for mailers? The sort of your niche stressors do you go after? Like motivation. So some of the best lists that you can market to is like probates, foreclosures, vacancies, bankrupts, water shutoffs, code violations, eviction lists. All those people usually tend to have, a little bit more motivation than just like a high equity list. Can you explain if Airbnb is truly worth it? So it depends where you're at in Airbnb, right? So like if you're in, middle of nowhere and it's a regular schmegular 2 bed, 1 bath house, then probably not. But if you have like a one of a kind property or in a highly, highly traveled area like Scottsdale or Vegas, or like somewhere close to the ocean, like a lot of people travel to those places. So you tend to make a lot more money. So it just depends where the location's at. But yeah, I mean, I've seen Airbnbs that make less money than renting it out normally. I've seen Airbnbs that make 5 times, 10 times as much money than renting it out long term. So it absolutely works, 100%. It's just what location are you in? That's what really matters. Um, do you offer classes? If you click the link in my bio, you can learn more about that. Do you know anybody crushing the real estate game from door knocking? Not only from door knocking, no. And again, it depends on your definition of crushing, right? Are there people making 6 figures? Yeah, for sure. Are there people doing multi millions with one person door knocking? Probably not. But you can build an entire door knocking team for sure. You can have 100 people out there door knocking for you, and you can be very, very successful. I just don't know anybody personally. How do you think such a large jump in prices is going to affect the economy in the short, medium, and long term future? That's the golden ticket, right? That's what everybody wants to figure out. I've heard arguments both ways of why we are going to crash or why we are not going to crash. Um, I don't know. If I knew that, I'd be a billionaire already. But what I'm doing is I'm still buying real estate deals that make sense, right? You got to make sure you're underwriting deals the right way to make sure that you're not overpaying in this market. So you got to make sure you're underwriting it the right way. And I'm staying pretty cash heavy, and I'm building great relationships with people with access to money, i.e., private money lenders, banks, hard money lenders. So I'm digging my well before I'm thirsty, right? So you always want to dig your well before you're thirsty. So what that means is I'm talking to people now about money. So then if the market dips, right, if there is a crash or a huge recession, whatever people want to call it, if it is, I'm going to tap into all my resources, raise millions and millions and millions of dollars, and go buy everything I can in real estate. Right. So if there's not a recession, I'm good. I'm still buying. I'm still active. If there is a recession, I'm still good because I tapped in and I dug my well before I'm thirsty. So no matter what happens, there's always ways to make money in real estate. There's always workarounds. People in my area say they don't want to sell because they can't find another place to live. How do you deal with that? That's tough. I mean, it's real. It's a real thing. Like there's really no way to deal with it. So some people have to move. Some people don't need to move. So it just depends on who you're talking to. First time home buyer, what do I need to do to get in line to get approved? You just got to talk to a mortgage lender. That's it. What is the first steps to start real estate? Learn. Education. Education is always the first step to start anything. How do you balance between buy and hold versus flip? I want to buy and hold everything because I have other streams of income. So I don't need to flip houses to live on today. But for every person, the answer might be different for everybody. So it just depends like what you need, where you're at in life. If you need money today, you need to flip and wholesale. If you need money for the future and you want to own, create generational wealth, then start buying rental properties. But everybody's at a different position in life. It just depends where you're at. Yo, Propstream MLS is back. We rocking. I love Propstream. That's what we use. I live in Vegas. Do you think having an Airbnb in the outskirts is worth it rather than in the city? I don't know that much about Vegas, so I don't want to mislead you. And I don't know like what the outskirts are. So again, I don't want to point you in the wrong direction. But you can run pull up Airbnb and see what houses are renting for, and then run the numbers based on the rent and other houses in the area that you're looking to rent. So I have one duplex right now. How do I get another one? Buy it. I don't know what you mean. You can buy it. You can house hack it. You can do conventional. You can do Freddie. You can do FHA. You can do private money. You can do seller financing. You can do subject to. There's so many ways to buy it. What's your idea about the Cincinnati market? I like the Cincinnati market. I think it's a good market. By the way, that might be probably is one of the cities we're going to be going to in July. So make sure you're following me on social media. The tour dates that we're going to is coming out on Monday. So Monday, the tour dates is coming, and like I said, I'm looking forward to meet people in person. To answer questions. There's going to be a Q&A. You're going to get all your questions answered. You're going to get a copy of my book, get free houses. Um, I'm going to teach you about how to get free houses, how to raise money using other people, how to fund deals using other people's money, how to find amazing deals, and how to build generational wealth without using your own money. So it's going to be a game changer. It's going to be an absolute game changer. So make sure you're locked in for the release on Monday. I'd love to. Hopefully, I'm in your city soon. I like buy and hold, but building the cash flow takes a while before it starts to snowball. Any recommendations on how to scale quicker? Agreed. The first 1 to 10 rental properties are tough because they don't create that much cash. But after that, you start bankrolling and cash flowing like crazy. How do you scale it? Other people's money, OPM. That's how I've been able to scale it. I built my entire rental portfolio using other people's money. So if you can use other people's money, like you're set. You're set. What's up, bro? Got an off-topic question. What's up, D? What do you think about buying rental properties in the Midwest? I love it. I'm buying a lot of properties in the Midwest. Come to see me. I can shake your hand. Hopefully, I'll be there soon. Hopefully, I'll be in your city. I'm in Cincy. Looking forward to connecting with you. Can you use private money for the down payment money? How would that work out? You can. Um, it's harder to do that because like it's harder to pay the return to the lender unless you just have a smoking deal. There's usually not enough money to pay the lender out. So that's why you need to do the BRRRR method: buy, renovate, rent, refinance, and repeat without using your own money. I've watched your side hustles for teens video, and I want to get into car washing around my neighborhood. Do you have some tips, bro? Doing it with my cousin. How should our approach be? Flyers. So if it's in your neighborhood, so what happens a lot of times, again, this is with anything that you do in life. What happens is once you start doing something, people see what you're doing, and then they ask you about what you're doing. So like if you want to wash cars, I would wash cars in the street, and get a sign to put in the yard, like car washes, with your phone number or something like that. So when people drive by, they'll see it, they'll stop and they'll ask you to wash their car, or they'll reach out to you and call you or message you or whatever sign it is that you have and ask you to wash the car. Whatever, anything you do, like if I'm in real estate and I talk about real estate and I do real estate, people are going to see that I'm in real estate and they're going to be like, yo, like, how do you get in real estate? Right. Or if you want literally whatever it is that you want to do, like the more you put yourself out there, the more you talk about it, the more you be about it, the more you do it, the more you show it on social media, the more opportunity that's going to come from it. Most people think that like just because somebody follows you on social media that they know what you do. They don't. They have no idea what you do. So you got to tell your own story. You're the only person that's going to tell it. Nobody else is going to tell it for you. What are the things to look for to get a better deal when wholesaling a house? Motivated sellers. The more motivated they are, the better the deal is going to be. Have you bought any properties in Colorado? I have not. But I know people who have. I know you can make money in Colorado, but I haven't personally done it. Love the content. How do you decide when to sell a property? Certain amount of equity or maybe a capex coming up? No, I mean I don't ever plan on selling my rental properties. If it doesn't make sense as a rental, I'll flip it and I'll sell it. But if it cash flows, like I'm keeping it as a rental long term. I'm 29, right? So like when I'm 35, 40, 45, 50, like I'm going to be swimming in the money because I'm going to own so much real estate, right? So my intent, my goal, and my hope is to never have to sell my rental properties. How did you meet the people to use their money? Wholesaling them deals? No, literally just talking to people. Everyday people that you meet. Your doctor, your dentist, the person in the grocery store, the person sitting next to you at a bar. Like literally you just got to go out there and you got to build relationships with people. So again, if you go to my YouTube channel, Austin Rutherford on YouTube, there's videos on how to talk to private money lenders, how to get other people's money invested into your deals. And if you show up on my book tour, that's one of the big topics I'm going to be talking about is how simple guide to creating life-changing wealth without using your own money. So that's what I'm going to be teaching about, how to get access to money to be able to fund your deals as well. Are there risks on buying properties? Yes, there's risks in anything that you do in life when there's ever an investment involved. Do you buy in tenant-friendly states? No, I do not. Basically, what a tenant-friendly state is like if they're not paying rent, the state tends to let them stay in the property. No, I'm not buying there. Like if you're not paying rent, like you got to go. I pay my bills, and if I don't pay my bills, like I'm getting repercussion for that, right? So if you make a commitment to do something, figure out how to do it. So like I don't play that stuff. Like I hate when people are like, yo, like, I claimed fraud on my credit card the other week. Like, what? If I ever hear that in my circle, ever, I'm checking them on the spot and I'll probably never hang out with them again. Period. Or like, oh yeah, I made out, I didn't pay for, dinner the last night and they forgot to bill me for something. We will never hang out again. Ever. Like if you are committed, if you do something, pay for the service, right? Like I got an issue right now. I paid somebody to put together some furniture for me, right? Put it together. They called me. They're like, I'm done. I was like, all right, cool. Sent the money. My team shows up 2 days later, and the furniture was put together incorrectly. It was put together wrong. So we got to take it apart, re-put it back together, which basically means I got to pay somebody else to do the same job that somebody just did. So I messaged the person. I was like, yo, we're having an issue. It wasn't put together. And they're like, yeah, it's a pretty easy fix. I said, okay, cool. So when are you going to come back to put it together? It's like, oh, I'm pretty busy. I was like, okay, well, you said it'd be easy. So, I mean, you can come by anytime, next 2 or 3 days. Property's vacant. So you can go anytime you want. There's no specific time. You can go in the morning, go in the evening, go 1 a.m., noon, whatever you want to do. But I need it done by Monday. Well, I don't think, they didn't respond. So I texted them the next day. I was like, hey, just following up. Like, do you plan on doing this or no? Well, I really want to. I'm just really busy. Cool. You got till Monday. No response. So now, unfortunately, I got to go in and review this individual that didn't do their job, right? Because I paid them for a service and the service wasn't provided. So now I got to go in and I got to be like, hey, unfortunately, this guy didn't perform and then that's going to mess up his business. So like, why don't you just do what you commit to doing? If you order food at a restaurant, pay the bill. I hate this too. This is the craziest shit to me. So you order a drink, right? Or food or whatever it is. I want to try something new. I'm going to get that. And then that comes out and you taste it and you're like, nah, this isn't the best. So you're like, hey, waiter, come here. I didn't like this. Can I get something else? And expect them to remove that from the bill. Why the fuck would they remove that from the bill? Like, you ordered it. You didn't like it. Cool. Pay for it. And you can buy something else too and pay for that as well. Why do you think it's right? Because you chose to do something. You didn't like it. So you're asking them to give you a refund for it. So then they lose the money because you made a choice. No, pay your bills. Like if you choose to do something, if you make a commitment, whatever it is, like pay the bill, right? That's just crazy to me. That's a whole different story. I just went off on a whole different tangent. My fault. What do you say you're going to do? I don't know what that means. Ethics are a top priority. Agreed, for sure. How do you balance tax implications of flips versus buy and hold? Do you use cost segregations or any other methods to minimize tax liability? So yeah, if you're flipping and wholesaling houses, your tax liability is going to be massive, most likely. So what I do is I buy rental properties and then I do cost segregation studies and or just take regular depreciation on those properties to then offset my profits from my flips and my wholesales. So yeah, it's never about how much money you make, right? How much money you make is irrelevant. Like if you make $1 million, you pay $1 million in taxes, like you didn't make no money. So like it's how much money you make and how much money you keep, right? So like I'd rather make 100 grand and pay no taxes than make $1 million and pay 900 grand in taxes because we both keep 100 grand in our pocket. You just had a hell of a lot more headaches to deal with. You feel me? So it's never about how much money you make. It's about how much money you keep. What do you think of Section 8 housing for rental properties? I like it. I do like it. There's nothing wrong with it. Again, I have Section 8 rental properties. Do you do a 1031 exchange? I have not, but I know people who have, and I know it works greatly. I just personally haven't done it. Austin, do you buy deals in Utah? I do not. I'm good at finding deals. Funding them isn't my issue. So the good thing is you can make money in this business without funding deals. So if you can find great deals, you can wholesale those deals and still get paid as you're working on the relationships and building private money. So that's the beautiful thing about this business. Like there's so many ways to make money with or without money. So like if any of those things are your excuse, it's an excuse, right? You 100% can make money in this business without using any of your own money. Is using a HELOC for a down payment on hard money lender a smart idea? Yeah, it can be for sure. Make sure you're following me here on social media. I try to go live every single day. Hit the follow button, turn the notification bell on so you get notified every time I go live. Make sure you also get to my YouTube channel, Austin Rutherford on YouTube. I got new videos dropping every week, hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of videos. So make sure you check that out. And then also, if you want to get to click the link in my bio, you can grab a copy of my book, Get Free Houses. Or if you're interested in coaching, if you want to get started in real estate, or if you want to scale what you're already doing in real estate, click the link in my bio. You can learn more about it there as well. But last thing, Monday, the information on the tour is coming out. So we'll be dropping that on Monday. It's gonna be dope. You know, I'm coming to your city. I want to meet you in person. I want to shake your hand. And I want to answer your questions. So stay tuned. Follow me, and I'm gonna wrap it up for the night. And we'll see y'all tomorrow night. Peace.